Birkin is a symbol of elegance and opulence, and Hermès knows it. For over 40 years, they have led the industry with their flagship product, a handbag that every woman wants to have in her wardrobe. With a standard price starting at $20,000, today we will explore what makes it so magical and coveted. Today, we are going to talk about the Hermès Birkin handbag. So, get comfortable and let's begin this journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our design explorations. Now, let's dive in! Jean-Louis Dumas became a very important figure in the fashion industry. As a prominent artistic designer, he would become the new head of Hermès after his father's death in 1978, taking on the role of CEO. This would lead him to transform the company into one of the most important of its time. Already a major player, Hermès had exclusive clothing designed for people of high status. Jean took it to the next level, and just 5 years after taking the helm, he would launch a product that would elevate it to the pinnacle of the handbag world, the Birkin bag. The Birkin bag was conceived during a meeting between Mr. Dumas and Franco-English actress, singer, and model Jane Birkin, who at the time was an influential figure in the world of celebrity, leaving an impression on colleagues and strangers alike. The meeting was casual and took place during a flight from Paris to London. She was carrying a characteristic wicker basket and a variety of items inside. Because of the material, it broke and spilled its contents. Dumas helped her gather the items, making light of the situation. And this led to a conversation that, while the details may vary, ultimately inspired the creation of the famous handbag. True or not, this conversation led to the realization of a handbag that would meet the characteristics mentioned by Jane Birkin. Inspired by her words and her name, it was christened the Birkin bag. Sketches were made on an air sickness bag on the plane, and eventually brought back to the company to propose its production. After a year of no information, the first Birkin bag was released for sale in 1984, with an approximate value of $2,000 at the time. It boasted a large size, a permanent closure that made it completely airtight for those who decided to embark on a long journey, and a wide variety of sizes to suit every individual. As a token of gratitude, the first model was presented to the actress, marking the beginning of the reign of the Birkin bag, which has increased in market value every year due to its incredible designs. Although the product did not stand out at first, Chanel continued to lead with its high-quality handbags. It wasn't until the 90s, in an episode of Sex and the City, that it was first pointed out that it wasn't just any bag. It was a Birkin, and that made it special.
For a bag?
It's not a bag. It's a Birkin.
The success of this Hermès product came to light and became as significant as it is today. But if there's one thing that characterizes the Birkin, it's its unusual design. Its very special way of being made. A style that has evolved over the years and made it a significant brand since its creation in the 1980s, with a manufacturing process that falls under the concept of exclusivity and allure. Beginning with the meticulous assembly, done entirely by hand by the best craftsmen in France, who must undergo a 5-year apprenticeship before being given the chance to create one. Behind them, the bags must be saddle-stitched, a method developed in the 19th century, adding a more detailed touch to each one, always seeking an artisanal essence emanating from France. In this way, each Birkin is different, not only in its details, but also in the material it is made of. This material has been refined and evolved over the years, from different sizes to the ability to vary the type of leather being used and the color. In fact, Birkins began making bags from animal skins that have been meticulously prepared for this type of product. Not to mention the diamond inlays in the shooting star, which are completely exclusive. Yes, they are more exclusive than the exclusive Birkin bag. They are made to have a design that is more like a shooting star. The choice of materials and equipment to create these bags is as important as the hands that assemble them. They began to use quite exotic leathers, from calf to some lizard or even ostrich, which makes their texture completely different. Or at least the saltwater crocodile skins, which are very special and can have exorbitant prices. But that makes them even more valuable. Over the years, they began to replace the old closure system with a much more functional one that included locks and keys, as well as the incorporation of gold and palladium plating or diamond inlays to achieve an even more luxurious appearance. After improving the closures and experimenting with different types of leather, they initiated the creation of limited editions, which were auctioned off for substantial sums of money. From the Shadow Birkin given to Jean Gaultier, to the Birkin Himalaya with diamond details, securing exclusive high-priced orders like the Birkin Club or the Gillies. With this, they reached the pinnacle of variety in different designs, some without pockets, others with special leathers. However, in the last decade, during the peak of different editions, they released two striking editions. The Birkin Faubourg, paying homage to the classic architecture of early Hermès, and the Cargo Birkin, featuring exterior pockets reminiscent of the originals. Due to the vast array of different products they employed, they were able to have a large number of editions that were completely different from one another. In addition to those mentioned earlier, there were also the Tressage Birkin in 2020 during the pandemic, the Sunrise Rainbow Birkin, the Panic, and the 3-in-1 in the same year, 2021, bringing us almost to the present day of the company. This is not to mention the spa treatment, which is used to refurbish the company's older bags, thus enhancing their durability. This underscores how important their own products are to them, emphasizing exclusivity and preservation. Making it even more exclusive, this exclusivity leads stars, famous personalities, or millionaires to opt for having one, aiming to showcase their substantial affluence. From celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Cardi B, Victoria Beckham, or even designers like Mischief, they have flaunted these on more than one occasion. From their beginnings, they have only shown a commitment to striving for exclusivity and uniqueness. Becoming the dream of any woman, Birkin bags went from being a socially disregarded product to being the centerpiece of a millionaire brand. Thank you very much for watching the video. And hey, if you want to stay updated on all things design, click the bell icon to receive notifications. Until next time, keep appreciating the beauty of design, and we'll catch you in the next video.